Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm very excited to film this video. I wanted to share with you my top 5 book of 2023, and I also added a sneak one at the end because there is one book that actually changed my life this year that made me actually start this YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go and talk about this at the end. So stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and start by saying, and I never thought I would say that, but I have not read a physical book this year. 2023 was a year of change. I got a Kindle and then I got another Kindle. So I have the Kindle Paperwhite and the Kindle Basic because depending on where I read, I have the different version. When I read by the pool, in the bath, I have the Paperwhite because it's waterproof, and then whenever I read anywhere else and it has to be compact and fit into my purse, I have the Kindle Basic. Like I said, I never thought that I'd love this thing that is a Kindle so much, but I do. I set myself a goal to read one book a month. If you don't know me, I am a mom. I work full-time at my corporate job. I also do YouTube once a week. One book a month is the minimum that I want to read. I actually achieved to read 20 books, well 19, and I'm currently reading my 20th right now. And I actually follow my progress with Goodreads. What I love is that Goodreads actually has a place where you can see your progress, how many books you read, and put yourself a goal for the entire year. Goodreads also provide their Goodreads Award. The Goodreads Choice Award are the only books award chosen by readers. They are decided through voting open to all members of Goodreads and cover various categories. Winners are chosen through multiple rounds of voting. Goodreads Choice Award is also a great place to find books recommendation that aligns with your preferred categories. Now, this video is definitely not sponsored by either Kindle or Goodreads. Is literally really what I love to use to keep track of my progress. Let's get into the subject of today, my top 5 book of the year. Let's start with Fourth Wings. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Fourth Wing is, it's actually a book about dragons. To me, it felt like Hunger Games meet Harry Potter with How to Teach Dragon. I didn't think I would be sucked into this universe as much as I did. I love that book. The center of the story, it's actually a love story, but there is battle, there's dragon, there's superpowers. What else? It's spicy. I didn't expect it to be spicy, but there was that one scene that I remember that I was quite surprised how detailed it was. So be aware of that. It's a jam-packed adventure book, enemy to lover type of thing. I highly suggest, if you haven't read this book, you need to start 2024 with that book. And I'm actually reading the sequel, which is, like I said, Iron and Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I'm at 30%. I love it, but not as much as the first one. I gave this book 4.5 stars. It was good. It's the type of book that whenever you have free time, you do that because you need to know what's going to happen. I have to say that I am not the biggest fan of battles that takes 5 chapters to go through. It kind of gets boring in my opinion. So there was a slight part of that book that was that, but otherwise I love Fourth Wing this year so much. This was my number 1 book in 2023. There was another book that was kind of in the fantastic realm. It was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Fantasy adventure, but still has romance into it. This story is about a world where is the fairy world and the human world, and they collide together. I'm not gonna give any spoiler, but then she kind of falls in love with a fairy, and we also fall in love with a fairy until the last minute of that book. I didn't see it coming. It was a page turner. I loved it. There is like, I think 5 books. I've read 2 of them because Iron and Flame came out and I just needed to know what was going to happen in that series. I'm definitely going to go and keep reading the books from Sarah J. Maas afterwards. I gave that book 4 stars. It was so good. It's a love story in the background as well. So I feel like that was kind of my trend in 2023. Fantastic but love story, enemy to lover, keeping it in the love romance type of book, but not fantastic this time. was Flock by Kate Stewart. This is spicy, like in spicy. I really loved the character, and I read that in the summer. I feel like that's a perfect summer book, or you know, when you're on holiday and you can really get into a book. There is also many books to that series. I still haven't read the last one, that is Dominic's Stories, but I plan to read that in 2024. I gave that book 4-star as well. This book explores the ups and downs of a relationship, self-discovery, romance, relationship, complexity of love and friendship. If that's your jam, I really think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised with that book. Okay, so let's put the dragons and fairy and love and romance to the side. There are 2 books that I also really enjoyed this year that are not in these categories. So the first one is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I'm really hoping I'm saying and pronouncing these names right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. This one was a suspenseful drama. The story is about a man and a woman who are in a marriage. The man is cheating on the woman. The woman is actually a lawyer. There is a murder, and the man is accused of the murder, and his wife is the only one who could possibly help him get out of that situation. I'm not gonna give any more information about it. It was definitely a page turner. My mom and I were reading it at the same time. We had our little book club. It was really fun. It's another ending that I kind of didn't see coming. Every single chapter you're like, whoa, there's another person that could be guilty. Up until the end, you don't know who did it. That was a page turner. I went through that book in like a week. If you want something that is fast-paced, this one was really good. The chapters are like 10-ish pages, so whenever you finish chapter, it's the kind of book that you want to keep going with. The last one that I read that I really loved this year is The Enigma of the Room 622 by Joel Dickers. That's also a mystery thriller. This takes place in a Swiss hotel. There is this writer that also wants to solve a mystery. If you've ever read Joel Dickers, that is his signature type of books. It's so well written and you are guessing up until the end as well. These are the kind of books that I love to read. It's a lot of untangling secrets from the past. You can feel like you're actually there when you read it because the description is amazing. Anything from Joel Dickers, I feel like it's a safe bet. Yeah, I love that book and I gave it 4-star as well. This year was a big year for me. I've gone through a big health scare at the beginning of 2023. It really made me reconsider my choices in life. I've realized that as I got older, I had less place for creativity in my life. One book that I actually listened as an audiobook, but I still consider it as a book that I read anyway. I've always wanted to do something creative. YouTube was something that I always wanted to try. This year, this book literally pushed me to do this. I couldn't be more grateful to have read that book. I cannot tell you how much I have been enjoying doing YouTube. And that book was really about living a more creative life, not being afraid of not succeeding. I highly suggest. Creativity is in everything, and I feel like as we get older, we kind of lose that, and that book was amazing to me. That is it, you guys. These are the books that I loved this year. It was hard to choose between the 20 books that I've read, but these are my top 5 plus 1. I really hope that you enjoyed these kind of video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do, because it really supports my channel and myself as a content creator. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, because I would love to have you part of that YouTube journey. Let me know what is on your to be read list, because I want 2024 to be as interesting in the book department as 2023 was. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.